What's going on, everybody worldwide? My name is Adonis Johnson. I'm the creator of I Am My Life Coach. I Am My Life Coach is a mental health awareness tool that's being used throughout the communities as well as the world right now. And we are pushing this thing heavy to get it across, to get the message across to the world. It'd be nice if you can help us push this message even further by sharing it with at least 5 people. Maybe they might grab the concept and they might be, it might be a good resource tool for them to help assist them in their day-to-day life, right? Whether that's parenting, whether that's employment, whether that's entrepreneur, or just trying to stay focused right now. This is a very, very critical time. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of different things, and people need assistance. People need support. I created this concept. I created this tool. I Am My Life Coach. It's an inner concept that helps you ground yourself so that you can support yourself better. A lot of us needs to be present when it comes down to making choices and decisions. Circumstances out there, but you need to be present in the midst of everything that's going on in your life right now. This is the Rude Awakening. It takes place in the 3 o'clock hour every Saturday, right? The Invisible Crown Army will be joining me shortly. You guys will learn a little bit more about them as well. And it's on YouTube in the 4 o'clock hour. And I'm going to just transfer everything up. So I appreciate everybody logging in. Let's make sure that we make some impact in regards to our life. And the only way to do so is to change the narrative. Stop agreeing with the way your life been going. And it's time to step up and challenge the way your life been going. One way to do that is to look at it from a different perspective. Right now, there's a perspective that you've been operating on. It might have been your parents' perspective on life. It might have been your spouse's perspective on life, on how he was raised. If you was raised on the East Coast and he was raised on the West Coast, there will be a different perspective. But I can tell you that opposite do attracts. That means we can learn from one another. This Rude Awakening is something that wakes yourself up. It's about self-empowerment, right? It's about self-growth, self-development. Your attention only needs to be on you right now. Let's get your attention focused, right? That's how we find the true power that lies within yourself right now. You cannot be all over the place. You can't be thinking how you going to do this, how you going to do that, how you going to take care of this, who like you, who don't like you, who you want to be a part of, who you want a part of your life. It just does not work, right? So I want to give a couple of seconds as I arrive and to readjust myself and readjust the room, but I wanted to come out swinging for all the newcomers. I feel there's about to be a new wind of air in our life right now. On Mondays, we have the Mighty Monday Meltdown. And on the Mighty Monday Meltdown, it's more about positioning right now. We're not running from our position in life. We actually holding our position in life. Many of us, we are winning. We are winning this war. We are winning this war on self, and it's because I Am My Life Coach has came in and it gave us something to ground ourselves to. Well, I give you an example. I go a little bit deeper. For many of us, we adopted religion, right? We adopted religion, not knowing anything about religion. We heard religion. It was embedded. It was subliminally put inside of our psyche. We tried to live our life according to standards that we knew nothing about, and we tried to do this, and we was wrong. When we did that, then we realized we had 40 to 50 to 60 to 80 to 100 other things that we did not do. And yet we still walking around here like, you know what? I'm this, I'm Baptist, I'm Lutheran, we practice everything except being who we are right now. And that's why we had to make a change. I believe God created something, right? He created something amazing for you. But first he had to create you and let you be you the way that you think you should have been you. And now he's changing things and to wake you up with a rude awakening that when you look at life and you realize, like, I'm better than the situations I'm in. I'm bigger than what it is I'm participating in. And I'm much greater than what I've been tolerating. But this is no time to be frustrated. This is no time to be angry. This is no time to sit here and be confused. This is a time to realize I can't blame anyone at this point. If I plan to go forward, then I cannot use the people that already came into my life to be the reason I need to go forward. They have tried. right? They tried to teach you thinking that was going to make you go forward. How did it work for you? It did not work. As somebody just said from the Invisible Crown Army, you got to release that thought, but we don't know how to release. Some of us, we think we release people because we say release, like I'm releasing them today, and you be right back with them tomorrow. I'm done with them, and you be right back with them a week later. I thought you said you was done with them. You be like, you know how it is. No, I don't know how it is for you. But I recognize when I was listening to you, I actually believed in what you were saying. You see, it's real shady right now to recognize that the people around you, right, is not who you think they are. Let's be clear about a lot of things right now. Let's just go and bust it down and bust it open. For many of us, we like to believe, you have heard this, I have heard this, that, my circle is very small. This is why I have a small circle, right? I was told to say now, and that's why you are limited with resources right now. Your circle's so small, but who created that circle? God didn't create that. You did. You see, we want to take pride in everything that's the wrong thing. And since I'm a small circle and put it back on you, you ain't going hard as you should be going because you are here to build relationship. Many of us don't know the true meaning of what relationship means. It starts with self. Relationship is a connection with who I am, a connection with where I am, and a connection with what I am. That is a relationship. Your mind, which is your thought, have a relationship with your actions. I can prove it. Let's go. That means that if I close my eyes and I have a dream, if I close my eyes and I have a vision, if I close my eyes and I realize, you know what, I need to write down some goals, right? Some goals. That's my thoughts. I'm going to write down my goals, right? Once I write my goals down, right, the relationship is that my actions will follow the goals to produce the goals. And for some of us, this is where the breakdown comes in at, because we think one way, but yet we do another. We want this, but we do that, right? We think better, but we settle for worse, right? We performing poorly, right? There's something called the 5 P's, which is proper preparation. We don't prepare, right? So we can prevent poor performance. We don't practice anything but the wrong things. And what am I saying? The wrong things. The wrong things is doing nothing. We practice listening to people that don't have nothing to show for anything, right, that they do. We listen to people that their results is no results. And yet this is who we seek counsel from. You become what you are around. In order to be something, you must first become something. But people out here are not grounded enough to first assist themselves. I talk to people all the time. One time, I'm going to say this to you guys. This is about personal growth. What other things do you do that allows you to grow personally? You might be thinking a long time. But right now, all that matters is you made time right now. And we make time right now. I don't just do this for you. I do this for me. If it's for me, then it's for you. But I can't give you nothing till I get it first. What am I saying? A lot of times people think they are good givers, and actually they're not good givers. They actually are bad receivers. Many of us, you don't know how to receive, and that's why you struggle with what you give. You can't give what you don't have. So let's just go deeper. Do you have love right now? Who did you get it from? Many of us are upset because we want to be in love. That means you don't have love. Let's be honest. That's a rude awakening. We want to sit here and look like, I want to be in love with somebody. That means you have associated love with someone else. So you don't have it for yourself, which means you can't give it to no one else. So it sends you out on a day-to-day looking for something that actually is inside of you. So you want to find what's in you in someone else. And you don't think that you self-sabotaging yourself by sitting here prying your way into somebody else's life, sneaking your way into somebody else's life, hijacking somebody else's life, when truth be told, you only can really control your life, but you neglected the privileges that you have, and you don't even understand the privileges because nobody taught you the privileges. Don't worry. This is a rude awakening right now. I thought every last thing I'm telling you, I am the 100% GOAT in this area. I speak from experience. I speak from wisdom. I speak from understanding, and I speak from knowledge. I speak from the Spirit, and the Spirit speak from me. Stop right here. I'm not in competition with no one on this broadcast to figure out who has the Spirit or not. It doesn't matter who has the Spirit. What matters is that the Spirit is present right now, and you have an opportunity to get your share. You have an opportunity to inherit something that you didn't have before you joined this broadcast. What am I saying? This is the Rude Awakening. On Monday Meltdown, we do a time out. This is the Invisible Crown Army. Welcome. They are here right now. Well, what is the Invisible Crown? That is Christ. That's the Spirit. That's character and attitude, right? You cannot hate on someone's character. You know what I learned also, right? I learned Rude Awakening is that you cannot break down what you did not build up. Many of us, we will talk about people. We will find the flaws in someone else. Come on, y'all. I don't want to put myself on the chopping block, but I feel that God used me as an example to be the example so you can see that at the same thing that happened to me is the same thing that already took place with you. And I'm showing you, and God is showing you through me, how he's going to correct everything, how he's going to deliver me from everything, how he wounded me with all the things that people have said, but he also healed me with the things that I knew about him and he knew about me. So what am I saying? I'm saying you talking to a conqueror right now, but you are a conqueror as well. But I'm just an example right now. I'm just an example. And what am I saying? He built me up, but first he had to tear me down because I was built the wrong way. I was built off of my past, which brings me into what I've been speaking about for the month of February. The month of January, it was the road to recovery, as some of you remember. In this particular month, it's been all about attitude. And what am I saying? I'm saying that God had to break me down. Why? Because I had the wrong attitude. And what attitude did you have, AJ? My attitude was based off of where I've been. Many of you, your attitude is built off of where you've been. You sit here and tolerate some of the worstest situation. What am I saying? The worstest situation. I'm not talking about who you dating. I'm talking about the fact that you ain't dating. And the reason you ain't dating is your attitude towards what you have dated. Let's stop right there. There go a rude awakening. You see, you in the situation you in right now because you don't like what you already done been in. So your attitude right now is based off of back then. So you have the attitude today based off of what already done took place. And that's why you by yourself, because, you know, I'd rather be by myself than put up with somebody that don't do anything. And I'm not here to do anything for anybody. If they can't do, listen, boo, wake up, rude awakening. They gone. Who you talking to? You talking to yourself right now, which means everything you don't want is what you just created. So for many of us, we're creating what we don't want. Yo soy el entrenador de mi vida, which is I am my life coach in Spanish. It clearly means I am the creator of my life. Many of us, we create the situations and the circumstances that we are currently in right now. And when we don't like the outcome, we blame someone else. I have been blamed for more things than I can possibly imagine. But I understand why I'm blamed. Do you understand why you blame someone else? I understand why I'm blamed. That's the difference probably between me and some of you. I know why people blame me for the things that happen. Because before things can get better, things has to first get worse. So in order for things to make a connection, I don't care what type of connection you make. A connection is a connection. I believe that if something don't come to you, then you got to go to it. Many of you, you don't want to go after what you want because you already connected to something behind you. Your attitude is wrong. You want it to come to you. I feel like at this point, you know, I'm done with this and I'm done trying and I'm done trying to prove something. Sweetheart, the only person you've been proving something to is God. Your God. But see, a lot of us have external gods. We have a God that's over in the building. We have a God that's over there. And we think, you know, I'm done. The only one that can judge me is God. And he is judging you. And you are performing poorly. Yes, the only one who judges you is God. And he judged you for not being who you should have been. But today I'm here to root and awaken you and wake you up and tell yourself, first off, hello. Second of all, it's not too late to be what you might have been. And that's for many of you. If you don't know anything else about today, I want you to speak them words out your mouth. You got to say it out your mouth loud. It's not too late to be what I might have been. What am I saying? We have been hindered and we have been holed up. Somebody had a hold on us just like this. You couldn't do anything because it was your attitude. For many of you, I taught you this thing. I taught my students this. I teach anyone this. I specialize in self-awareness. I specialize in self-growth and self-development. If you looking in any area in this area, that's my area, okay? My eyes jump open. I know all about this area. Self-help. I wrote a self-help book. I used to call myself a self-help teacher. I'm a self-empowerment coach, right? Y'all get all these different names. I'm a self-improvement, right? I'm about self-empowerment, self-delivery, self-recovery. That's me. That's what I do. Sound like Christ, don't it? But no, many of you think Christ is just, I know Christ. How about if I told you he changed his name? Do you know God is called Jehovah? Some people call him Allah, Elohim. If you got all these names, Father, right? What you call him, right? But then, when do you realize that he changes his name? But why you want to keep God in a box? But you want to sit here and do all these other different things, and you haven't tapped into your true self, of your true existence of I am. So let me go and bring it back on in. So with the attitude that I've been teaching, your attitude is wrote in my book. By the way, you can locate it on Amazon. Make sure you got this book. And if you already got it, it's about time you start reading it again. Because some people say, wow, when I read your book or I read something, I didn't see this the first time. That's because you growing. Every level requires a new vision. It requires a new development. It requires a new spirit. I know for a fact, if I said something on this broadcast, some people right now would be scared to say something. But if I said every new level brings what? Majority of the people around you will say a new devil. Every new level brings a new devil. And everybody go crazy. Ah! You be at church. Every new level brings a new devil. And everybody be like, amen, amen. But what you don't understand is the opposite of right is left. The opposite of up is down. The opposite of the devil is Jesus. So every new level, if I'm getting to a new level, let's stop right there. We need to praise God right there. But why can't it bring a new Christ? Because some of you believe that you already got Christ, but you don't have him on a new level. You haven't went deeper in Christ. Come on, y'all. Y'all want to go deeper? Let's go deeper. Why do you think I even say, let's go deeper? Why do you think that when Jesus in Luke, Luke 5, he got in that boat, and once he finished teaching them, he said, go deeper, crash out into the deep. Many of you can't get to the new level. Even if you on a new level, you got old ways. Old ways don't go on new levels. Better yet, there's a scripture that says you can't put new wine in old skin. But for some of you want to go to a new level, but yet you ain't received the new Christ. What is the new Christ? That just means another hit. That means another level to this thing. The new level is called I Am My Life Coach, and that's what we're here to do. This is the new level. This is the rude awakening. This is the Monday. This is the mighty meltdown of motivation for your life to make things pop. Some of you got to melt the ice in your life just to get the water to water the seed that's already planted. Don't think that the rain is coming. It's ice. It's frozen. Why is it frozen? Because you've been frozen. You've been frozen for many years, and every now and then you move like this because you frozen and you sticking. And he wondering like, okay, I'm going to get you loose in a minute. But you study like, you moving like, it's like the robot, because every now and then what you doing, and you get what I'm saying, like this here, right? So anyway, I'll keep that going for a second. So he's sitting here saying, listen, everything that you got going on, right? In your life, right? You know how some people like this, right? All right. So the mighty, the meltdown is about breaking things up. It's about stuff that was cold, right? I know people that can freeze some food, right? They can cook it today. My godmom, right? Rest her soul. Come on, Lord. June Marion. She could cook some food. I mean, it'd be amazing. But she know how to freeze it. Now, I ain't never been a freezer. I ain't never been a leftover eater like that. But this lady here will freeze some stuff from Thanksgiving, okay? It's way in February right now. And she could unthaw that thing. Throw that thing in the pot. I don't know what she do. And you will sweat up and down. That aroma hit through that house. And you wouldn't even know that that stuff done set up 4 months. And it has the best flavor, the best seasoning, and everything else. I believe that areas in our life is frozen right now. Frozen, and you don't know it because it's frozen. People don't know it because it ain't their problem. Have you ever recognized that some of the stuff you go through nobody else cares, but you want them to? Come on, is it just me that want people to know that I want to make it, I want to be successful, I want to go places, but the ones around me is hoping. They're not praying for me, they praying on me. Praying on me meaning P-R-E-Y. That means, listen, I love the fact that you here and I don't need you to go nowhere. You need to stay here because you're my personal, kick. No, I'm not your personal kick. I'm here to come and kick you where the sun don't shine so you can get up and get moving and get to where you need to be. See, once you get your car started and get running, you ain't going to be worrying about where I'm at. You're going to be too busy on that road rolling. If I help you get out the ditch and you start running, you keep running. Do not sit here and wait around tomorrow and what you gonna do. Don't worry about what I'm gonna do. You just worry about what you about to do. And see, that's the wrong attitude. Come on, y'all. Remember I tell you, it got to communicate relationship. Your thoughts got to be in the same page as your what? As your actions. Your actions have to work towards your what? Your goals, right? Your goals is your thoughts. Your actions is the right now, the physical. And when it's complete, this is what it looks like. When it's complete, you do this and you turn back and you ball it up and you say, that's good. That's your feelings and emotions. How many things in your life that you done said that's good to? That's good. Somebody tell you some successful stuff. Y'all, I got a book deal. You know what, y'all, I got a movie deal. You know what, guy, I got this. And you're like, that's good, right? Because it doesn't affect you. You feeling like I'm not connected to it. So, that's good. I'm happy for you. Okay, right? What am I saying? Your thoughts, your actions, and your emotions makes up your attitude. Attitude is not a bad thing or a good thing. Come on, y'all. I Am My Life Coach is not male or female. Follow what I'm saying. I Am My Life Coach is not man or woman. Follow what I'm saying. Christ, the Spirit, is not man or woman. Follow what I'm saying. What I'm trying to express to you is that there's some things that makes up your attitude. But for many of us, we go off of what we see. And when we see something, we try to identify with it based off of what we already been taught. And that's why I say we're bad receivers, because you don't receive nothing because you already think you have it. So you reject it, and that's what never takes you to your new level. I asked somebody, including my students, and I had a small session going. I said, hey, do me a favor. Everybody that's on this broadcast, make a circle like this. Make a circle like this, right? Everybody got a circle. Make a circle like this, right? A circle. Everybody got a circle. Come on, y'all, work with me right now. I feel like y'all doing what I'm doing. Make a circle, right? And I said to everybody, including the students as well as corporate America, I said, take your circle and put it right here on your chin, right? Everybody put it on your chin, right? And guess what, you guys? Hold it there for a second. Hold it there for a second. And when we looked across the room and when we looked in the room, Felicia and Gwen, everybody had their circle on their chin when actually this is their chin. Why did they put it on their chin? It's because we don't want to think about what somebody's doing. We don't want to think about what's being said. We only want to do what we see. So when we see somebody else say, put your circle on your chin, you do the exact same thing. And you be like, why do you have, that's not your chin. You be like, oh, because you wasn't thinking. You wasn't processing. A lot of us, we see what somebody else is doing and we think, oh, that's the right thing to do. Or let's go deeper. We think, if I do this, my God gonna punish me. If I do what they do, God gonna strike me down. Who said this? You did. Who created this? You did. So why you not getting what you want? You most scared of your God to see, when you see somebody else prospering, they don't have the problem that you have. Their relationship with their God run totally different. Your relationship with your God, you can see that there's a hiccup. There's a glitch in your understanding. Because instead of going to your God for what you desire to have, you would rather look at what somebody else have and wonder why you don't have it. Why you can't bring this in your life. Why you can't manifest this in your life. I'm the one that's been sent to assist you and support you. Only way that this thing works is you have to be willing to support yourself. You have to be willing to support yourself, work with yourself. You have to be willing to challenge yourself. That's why you have to inspire yourself. All I ask is that you do things that support you. And once you start becoming a leader, then people will start following you because they see the God in you. I give you a prime example. Let me go deeper. Y'all see that lady named Gwen, right? She's on this broadcast right now. She's Invisible Crown. She's one of the first, I want to say 100 people that purchased the book, right? And she won this raffle. I went in, picked up the name. Hey, it was Gwen. And I took a present to her job and things. And she's been rolling and rocking. Me and Gwen go way, way, way back, right? Way back. Not way back like we went on dinners and dates. Because some of you, I know my broadcast is probably 95% of females, which is women. And guess what? That's some scary shit. Okay? That's scary, yeah. Let's be clear. But it's not scary for me, right? It's not scary for me. Because I understand my purpose. It's not scary for me because I understand people purpose. You need what you need. What I teach is get what the hell you need so you can do what you're trying to do. But one thing I don't appreciate, I don't like hate. I don't like ungrateful. I don't like greedy. And I don't like people that's trying to take and talk about other people. That's what I dislike, especially when I understand we all need something. All right. Everybody got their own goals. Everybody got their own thing they trying to do. There should be no reason that the signal should get crossed. But for whatever reason, the signal always get crossed. Let's get back to Gwen. And Gwen, you're going to have some people probably in your inbox. But they don't even know they in for a rude awakening playing with you. Because you don't play. Okay? Gwen do not play. There's a couple of other hitters on here that do not play. Sister Sonia, she on here. Some of y'all don't understand. We done seen the back end. But we don't focus on the back end because who worries about what's behind them? But somebody that's stuck there. And many of you, we here for a good time, not a long time, not to get stuck on foolishness, okay? So watch what happens. Gwen, if y'all notice, I just posted, Gwen just posted, she just got herself a hoodie. She said, I want to rock it. So I reposted support. Put it on, it was pink and white. She got a couple of inappropriate motivation. Why? Because for some of us, based on the area we come from, we speak another language. So I started a clothing line called Inappropriate Motivation. That means when you see it, don't think I'm rude, don't think I'm negative. It's just what's on my shirt goes for me. Like I have something that says, fuck it, right? Because I feel fuck it has helped me in more ways than one. It done helped me figure out a whole lot of situations I couldn't figure it out. So when I was trying to do something and I wanted to say, hey, you know what? It took too much time and fuck this, right? Fuck it, right? That's my whole point of saying, let it go, release it. That's that. But for many of you on the spiritual side, you might say, you know what? I'm just going to let God deal with it, right? I'm going to let God deal with him. I'm going to let God deal with her. And I'm just going to sit back. But you don't know how to let God deal with something. Well, what am I saying? You got more faith in letting God deal with a person. I'm going to let God deal with her because I ain't got time. I'm going to let God deal with him. But you don't have faith to let God deal with what you're requesting in regards to your life. What type of God do you serve? Do you serve a part-time God? Do you serve a spare time God? Right? Come on, y'all. What we talking about? Right? Or do you serve a full-time God? You got to determine this. We got more faith in God dealing with somebody else's life that you don't even control. Right? And you really believe this. Let God deal with them. Like your God really gonna stop what he's doing to go punish somebody else that got their own God because something you didn't like. You'll see the cross signal. So anyway, I'm gonna just get this quick thing out. Gwen, get this uniform, get this hoodie, get these shirts, and she posted, boom. And I posted, boom. And then she calls me, she sends me a message. I actually screenshotted it. So I have a picture with me, Gwen, and this other young lady at her job. Because the other young lady said, hey, I want that shirt as well. What am I saying? This is how we expand and grow. Nobody asks people to go out here and go try to sell anybody anything. What am I saying? God gonna use you to be a display for others. And when you become a display, help is help, right? Help is help. And the only thing I'm trying to say is you got to get something to help yourself. You can't help no one else until you help yourself. And what am I saying? At the very beginning, I just sit here and told you your issue ain't with your giving. Your issue is with your receiving. Many people can't receive because they think they already got it. And my point is you do not have it, right? You do not have it, but you need it. You need more motivation. You need more inspiration. You need more empowerment. You need to be inspired. You need more. Why? Because God goes from glory to glory to glory. Every level requires more, more and more. And when you can't put nothing on yourself, I know people, I wear my I Am My Life Coach hoodie every day, sometimes 4 times before I even wash it. I put that thing on. Why? That's my sackcloth. In the Bible, he talks about sackcloth. Put your sackcloth on. That's my I Am My Life Coach because I need something that's going to tune me in. I realize God is present, the Spirit, the Son is present, and I need to be present too. But a lot of us, we like to hand stuff over to God and then sit back and act like we know what's supposed to happen and we're going to watch God work for you when you just sitting here looking. No, it's the other way around. He's saying, I'm watching you. You're going to be the one that's going to work this thing, and I will send the help based on what you need. But for many of you, you can't get what you need because you don't know how to open up. You don't listen. You don't know how to open up. I told you, stop, look, listen. You don't know how to look at the situation because you keep looking what? At the old situation. What's the old situation? Let's bring it on home. What's going on, everybody? My name is Adonis. I am the creator of I Am My Life Coach. Thank you for joining this broadcast. It takes place in 3 o'clock hour on Facebook and in the 4 o'clock hour on YouTube. It's the Rude Awakening. We're here to wake something up in your life personally, right? One change can change it all. Why not make that change today? If not, fuel up yourself. Get refueled, right? Get yourself back jump started. Come on, let's jump on back in. For many of us, we can't be 2 places at the same time. Anything that goes up has to come down. So if you up right now, you better be prepared to go down. And many of us, we don't want to go down. You see, we want God to lift us up. But once we up, we forget to pray. So come on, y'all want to be honest. We forget to get on out. Let me get on, tuck my gun, right? Or whatever, right? We get down here and we don't have time for nothing. Look, it's popping. I got a new little girl in my life. I'm going out on a date tonight. He picking me up. That's all that matters. Why you don't have that energy when it comes down to your life, right? See, for many of us, we believe we like to say things, right? Wrong attitude. That's all. Wrong attitude. We have the wrong attitude. Our attitude is built on where we've been and what we've been through. And that's why I say what we've been through, right, is what dictates who you are today. Because your attitude, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions is linked to your attitude, which is linked to your past. So everything, you don't know what I've been through. As soon as somebody try to tell you something, you don't even know me, right? Listen to that. That's your first word of conviction for the day. When somebody say something to you and you sit here and say, you have no idea who I am. No, you have no idea who you can be. Okay, you have no idea who you can be, but I realize you stuck on who you have been, right? Anytime you sit here, and this is a habit right now. We so consistent in doing the wrong thing. That's what makes up our life. What makes up a habit is anything you constantly do, anything you are consistent in, right? We not consistent in working for bigger, better, greater. We consistent in working for absolutely nothing. We like to focus on haters. We like to focus on what somebody else is doing. We like to focus on, let me take a peek at social media. Social media and the internet used to be a luxury. A luxury. You know, that means it was a privilege to have cable. Okay, a lot of us, we had on TV, right? It's a privilege, but now it's a necessity. You see, coffee used to be a luxury. That means, you know how you get, what's a little fish eggs, right? Whatever it is, them little fish eggs, it costs a lot of money, right? Start with a C. Anyway, that's a luxury, right? A luxury, right? But now coffee is a necessity. That means every morning a person got to drink coffee in order to start the day. You know, I can't do nothing without my coffee. Who told you that? Some of you know, I can't do this here because we done associate caveat. There you go. Caveat. There you go. So that's the point. It's not something you could just go to McDonald's and say, give me some caveat, right? But you can say, give me some French fries. You can buy French fries from Burger King, White Castles, from every restaurant sells French fries, right? Just drop it in the grease, easy to cook. That's what I'm saying. It's a necessity now. So, because we know if you're on a budget or whatever, you want French fries with ketchup. Anyway, what am I saying? Attitude, right? Attitude is linked to where you've been. So for many of us, who you describe yourself to be is based off of where you've been, what you feel you have been through. I've been through the storm. And guess what you want? You want this. And that's how Lucifer, the devil, got kicked out of heaven. Heavenly place, higher self. See, many of us, higher self is glory to glory. You see, God goes from glory to glory, right? From bigger, better, greater, right? That's going in this direction, right? From your new level, right? Becomes what? You will say new devils. That will be you. No. You got to deal with the old you because you don't know how to transform the new you into the old you into something new. You stuck in the transition. Many of us, we keep transitioning back to who we used to be. We keep transitioning back to who we used to be. As soon as we get started, we transition right back. We go right back, boom, 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 and right back, right? We stuck, right? So anyway, that's because it's linked to what we've been. What we've been through, right? That is totally wrong. You can't be two places at the same time. Talk to me, you guys. The scripture says you can't be double-minded. You have to make a choice. Come on, you guys. You can't be neutral. You can't be lukewarm in the middle. Come on, you guys. It says the idle mind. That means I'm just idle. Like, ooh, what can I do? What I want to do? I want to date, but I don't want to date. I want to be with somebody. I don't want to be with nobody. I want a new job, but I don't want to leave my old, right? Idle mind. It says to be the devil's playground. Why? Because you're not moving forward. You're not moving at all. We've been stuck in this position. Man, listen to me. Y'all want me to have real talk? Let's talk. Some of you, you have been in this position. Let me just say this in the foundation of I Am My Life Coach. The inner concept. I feel like nobody cares what you know till they know how much you care. One thing you need to know, if you don't know nothing else about me, I care more about you guys than probably a lot of you care about yourself. And why do I care? When I gain absolutely nothing, but I disagree with you. I care because somebody's watching you. And it might not bear the fruit that's supposed to bear today. But it will bear something one day. And when you do get it, You don't have to credit me. God already credited me to come back and do exactly what I'm doing right now. So I'm here to take insult. I'm here to take ridicule. I'm here to take whatever. I'm here to take the beating and the lashes, okay? I'm here to take the stones and the rock that you throw at me. Just be glad I don't throw them back. Because I want to build me a bigger, better, and greater platform. And the only way I can do that, I got to have people to throw stuff at me, right? And when it hit me, boom. When it hit me, grab it, look at it, and realize I can use that. That's the piece I've been looking for. People are not going to give you freely what you need. Sometimes they have to throw it at you. And that's going to be your indicator of what you need. Some of you, when you need to humble yourself, somebody going to sling something at you. And you're going to boom. It's going to be like, oh, they hit me, huh? But you know what? I'm going to humble myself. Because I can use this. I can use this for the greater good, right? All things work together. Let's go. Let's move forward now. Let's go and bust it open. We can either look at where we've been with that attitude, or we can look at where we're going, which required a new attitude. Many of us can't get to where we're going, and we don't know how to adopt this attitude because we try to use what we have to dictate where we're going, which only links us to where we've been. Let's say that again. A lot of the time, right, we look for more, but we need an attitude to accomplish more. But we have the wrong system in place, right? Okay, he said do it different. He said do it different. So what happens is we have goals, right? We have plans. This is our plan. We plan to be happy. We plan to have all of this. We have plans, right? That's the plan. But the problem is with these plans, which is the goals, the goal will be to accomplish them, right? So we need an action plan that requires your actions. We wrote the plans, this the bigger, better, greater, the things I desire to have, but it has to be backed by action. See, faith, right? Without work. See, thoughts is the faith. That's the thought. That's God. That's the spirit. That's the thought. Faith without work. So let's just say faith with work, right? Faith with the work. The work is where the problem comes in at. The work is your system, the consistency, right? So many times people want to lose 20 pounds. So the goal for many of you, I know some people on here that works out, fitness trainers and stuff like that. You want to lose some weight. 20 pounds is your goal. Now, this is where we at right now on the Rude Awakening. But what we're talking about is the system of the work. What would it take to lose, to accomplish this goal? Is going to require a diet, right? So the goal is not to diet. The goal is to lose 20 pounds. But the dieting requires consistency. Consistency is built on actions. So you have to do the same thing every day. Eat the right thing, work out, drink your water, do these things, and then you got to flip to a new day and you got to repeat. Many of the times we break down after the third day because we have other things, which I said we kick back and go back to where we've been, which means our attitude, right, is based off of where we've been and what we do and what we want. And we lose focus. That means our attention on the goal to accomplish what we need to accomplish. We need to have a stronger what? Actions. We need to have stronger what? Consistency. Consistency in what? In what I do. Let's go and tie this thing up and bring this thing home. We are more consistent in what we don't want. We more consistent in what we don't need. We more consistent in complaining. And that's why that's the root of everything in our life because we focus on what we don't want. So we consistent with the results, and that's why we never get what we should actually have. And so I'm saying to you in a real sense is that we cannot be two places at one time. You either going to be going up or you're going to either be going down. But you cannot be going up and down at the same time. You need the right attitude. I taught you guys what attitude is. Attitude is your thoughts, your actions, and your emotions working together. Once you accomplish any goal, you step back and you say, that's good. That is considered to be the place of rest. Anything that you write that you accomplish, once you accomplish, that becomes the Sabbath day. The Sabbath day is when you accomplish what you set out to accomplish. And that's what makes you rest and say, hey, I accomplished this. This goal is over. And when it's time to do something else, it creates what? It creates a new paradigm. And once you write something else, then this becomes the goal again. And the goal is what you desire to have. And what it's going to take is dieting, right? Dieting is linked to losing weight, right? If you sick, then the goal is to be what? Healthy. If you thirsty, the goal is to what? Get water, right? If you hungry, the goal is to what? Get food. What am I saying? It goes together. Everything you desire to do goes together. And it's whether you going in this direction or you going in that direction, you just can't go in both directions. And what am I saying right now, you guys? I'm saying as I bust it down, as I close this thing out and wrap this thing up, we have to stop and we have to look. We have to listen. This is a critical time right now. We have to have the right attitude. We have to have the right attitude. We have to have the right attitude. Let me close it up. Somebody was talking to me earlier this week, and I don't know what happened. I think they was trying to tell me something about something that I done or did or something. And I do so much, you guys, that I think people just come on here and I'm so open about my whole life, right? I'm open. There's nothing I can't tell you because there's nothing outwardly that can hurt me inwardly, right? There's nothing outwardly, listen to that can hurt me inwardly. But what I display to you and what I give to you come from my inner soul. See, I'm good over my inner. And when I release to you, it's only so that you can prosper in other areas in your life, right? So that you can become bigger, better, and greater. There's no sense to be immature about the little stuff that you have, you guys. I'm so over being under to the point that God put me over the things that used to be over me, if that makes any sense to you. Like some of you, we are bottled down, right? We are overwhelmed with life stuff. But when God moves you in the spirit, your body could still be here. But when he take your spirit and shift you, what you used to be under, he actually puts you over. And when you sit here and realize that you now are in full control of everything, then you will know how to appreciate the things that makes deposits. But see, you can't get a deposit if you ain't open to receive one. Many of us, we're not open to receive, so we never can give. We don't receive nothing, so we don't give nothing. And many of us are poor in this one area because we can't give what we don't have. Let's just be honest. That's why we out here looking, soul searching. What is soul? Thoughts, will, emotions. Same three things. But he said all things work what? Together. Your thoughts needs to be working with your will, which is your actions. And your will and your actions and your thoughts need to be working with your emotions. But for many of you, I know people that don't like when I say, put your feelings in your pocket. I don't care about your damn feelings, right? Because you only using your feelings to try to access mine. Unfortunately, you can never access my feelings that way because you missing your work. Faith without work is dead. And I don't want to talk to the dead. I don't want to fall in love with the dead. I don't want to breathe air and life into something that's already dead, that's only trying to kill me. And many of the times we like to revive people that's trying to kill you. Situations that's trying to kill you. We like to have the attitude to talk about what so-and-so did, what happened to you, when you got put out, when you had to live in your car, nobody helped you, when you sit here and they did something wrong to you, your uncle done fondled you, your brother had a camera in your bedroom or something. Hey, let's be clear. There's so much more. So anyway, I close up on this. And they was telling me, you know, it's a small world, Adonis. And you'll be amazed at who I know. I said, I don't give a fuck who you know. What difference does that make to me, right? And they said, you know, the world, and they just thought they was on or something. And when I released that call, right? I ain't talked to them since. When I released that call, here's the new call I'm finna give you guys. When I reach to the spirit and I say, God, why does it bother me so much when people say, you know, the world is small, like, cause somebody know 2-3 people, because you done been on my broadcast and you done went through Rhonda's page and you done went through Jackie's page and you done looked at Gwen's page and you on Penelope's page. Everybody want to go try to link somebody that they can't. If you went after your guy like you go after your little information, and then when you get your little information about Chris, what bill do that pay in your life? It don't give you no reward at all. But yet, this is your attitude. So what did God tell me? Let's roll, y'all. Let's get blessed. He told me, Adonis, I never created a small world. Tell your people to stop creating a small world. When they say it, then that's what they living in. Many people don't get your resources because you could have something that you said 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago. You know, this world is small world. What God did you know built a small world? Except yourself. Meaning, when your world is small, your resources is small, your bank account is small, your heart is small, what you receive is small. You're small-minded because you're living in a what? You know, it's a small world because... Yay! There you go. Yay! He's saying, this world is not small. It's about time for you guys to tap in. I heard somebody say that when they wake up, I tell God, I said, what do you tell God, right? I wake up, I tell God, thank you every day. Thank him for what? For waking me up. That's it. Waking up to do what? Y'all, we are missing this thing. Bigger, better, greater requires you to be so open that you got to understand. God, thank you that you made available for me a world that's full of love, joy, come on, abundance, prosperity, come on, healing for any situation I have. It's available in this day. It's available in this world right now. Prosperity is waiting and it's waiting for me. And when I get to it, I'm going to thank you in advance right now. Come on now. Anything I'm looking for is already out there. And I'm grateful, God, that you are allowing me to walk into such a world that's filled of opportunity and the different doors that has already been opened for me. You have made customers are waiting for my arrival. Businesses are waiting for my arrival. Keys are already waiting for me. Everything I desire has already been created. And thank you that this world that's now opening on my behalf is full of the potential to fulfill any and everything that I could possibly desire to have in this thing called life. Come on now. There's nothing small about the world I'm living in. The circle that used to be small, that circle has been brought down. I do not want a circle. I do not want a square. What I want is something called a life. And if I'm the only one living in it, then I want those out there to welcome me. Because when I walk, you walk, God. And I'm grateful you walking in me now and through me now to touch those that will be drawn to me now. Come on, y'all. We are in a new place. We in a new space. He say we need a new attitude. That new attitude is called bigger, better, greater. And if you find yourself slipping down, you better grab hold of yourself with I Am My Life Coach. Shut your mouth. Because we walking through the valley. That means you're going to walk through some stuff. And don't you get distracted, Chris. Don't you be distracted, Kati. Because you see something you don't like. You're going to always see something, Felicia, you don't like. But it don't matter what you see. Because you're going to have to determine where you're going right now. We is not here to be distracted. You don't want to be going to Canaan and have to settle for Egypt. And that means mentality right now, you guys. That's our time right now. I want to thank you guys. I hope you guys can pack that message and put it somewhere. If this message and this broadcast has made any type of adjustments in your realm, then please share the message with at least 5 people, because this is a rude awakening, you guys. And you have to wake up some things, because in order to get where you're going, you're going to have to make some deposit in where you've been. And what am I saying? Some people going to have to find you so they can testify that you was in one place and somehow you done got to another place. They done messed around and let you find God. They sitting here thinking they was playing God, and you done messed around and found the real God. And where was he at? He was in you all the time. You just needed some people to meet up with the same type of attitude. You get that? Invisible crown. You just needed some people to get together with the same type of attitude. I don't care what you think about me. Don't care what you see when you see me. That is not my concern. My concern is let me get what I need so I can keep it moving. And that's what I'm expressing to you guys today. Make sure you get what you need. Replay the feed. Make sure you make deposit back into yourself. Just like you want to go get your hair done and your eyelashes and your makeup, and you want to go get a new outfit and some new shoes, you better make sure you can make a deposit. And if you can't do anything, oh, this is my last thing. I got to give y'all this. I sit here and went into a Nordstrom store and I had the hoodie on. This is what I'm trying to tell you about Gwen, right? I had to put the hoodie on, right? And she said, oh, I am my life coach. Oh my God. Oh my God, I say self-affirmations every day. Oh my God. She went to her purse, pulled out a stack of index cards like this. And she said, I tell myself, I am focused. I tell myself, I am patient. I tell myself, I am happy. I tell myself, why is she doing this? I tell myself, I'm living in my best life. It's the right idea, right? When she was done with all these cards, it was about 50 of them. No, about 20. I ain't gonna lie, about 20. I said, well, I just tell myself, I am my life coach. What am I saying? I am my life coach sums up all of this, okay? It trumps everything. When I say I am my life coach, that sums up everything, okay? Self-awareness. But when you give out one command, and let's just say Felicia says, I am focused. And then she runs into Shantae, and Shantae say, but are you patient? You get what I'm saying? This is how life goes. Some person could say, you know, I'm starting my business. Somebody else will say, but are you taking care of your kids? You know? And it's like, well, I am patient, right? But then if you patient, but are you full of potential? And you're like, I never thought about that. Let me write that down. Full of potential. Okay. And somebody else say, you might be full of potential, but are you healthy? Are you losing weight? Because it looked like you overweight. You be like, you know what? Let me write that down. I am. And then somebody else say, but are you this here? And it's always going to be, if you do this, Gwen, somebody going to say you didn't do that. If you did this, then somebody going to say, then you didn't do that. If you sit here and like, who is this? Felicia. Felicia is learning how to swim, right? You don't know how to swim, girl? Hey, I said I'm in swimming classes, right? I'm learning to swim better. But see, everybody, I taught myself how to swim. But you don't know the language that goes with swimming. You don't know the techniques that goes with swimming. You don't know a lot of different things. It's different. But see, man, I can't believe you don't know how to swim. When the last time you swam? 15 years. A lot of people ain't swam in a long time. But never asked. I used to love to swim. Why don't you swim? Do you not know when I had my dreadlocks, I didn't swim for 8 years. When I cut them dreadlocks off, I was all under the shower like, Lord, thank you, Jesus. What am I saying? Many of you don't swim and you love to swim. And look at your kids and be like, I used to swim just like them. But your eyelashes done got in the way now. Right? They be floating on the water. Your makeup done got in the way now. You ain't seen yourself in a long time. Your little hair, you know, hey, you go in one way, you get in that water, you coming out another way. That's why a lot of you can't go get in the sauna. Because that little new growth and that little sideburn starts sitting up looking like Brussels sprouts. Come on, y'all. Y'all don't want to play right now. This is real, okay? My point is discomfort, but I Am My Life Coach sums it all up. And that's all I'm saying. Don't you sit here and call out, I am my life coach. And the day you do, then people are monitoring you. And I don't have to say I am my life coach no more. That's my reminder to keep it moving. Because when people see my life, you're going to see quality. And that's my prayer. Quality over quantity. And I don't need a lot of quantity when it comes down to people that rolls with me. I need quality. So I need hitters and head busters. The ones that's not afraid to, they can flip a finger, but they also can verbally let you know as well. Or they can put a shirt on and say, hey, read. Do you know how to read this? Please, be gone. Thank y'all. Peace and blessings all day. See y'all on the Mighty Monday Meltdown in the 7 o'clock hour. My name is Adonis signing in. This is Adonis checking out. And man, peace and blessings all day.